Hello, Nate.
Hello, Stevie G.
I have your permission to interview you
Yes, you do.
and to use this for educational purposes.
Sure.
All right, so you were just talking about the different forms of speech.
Yes.
Could you just briefly reiterate what you were saying?
Okay, so in Jamaica we have something called a creole continuum, and that consists of three forms. So what I'm speaking now is called the acrolect, and the acrolect is closest to the standard, so it's totally intelligible to any speaker of English. Like right now, you're totally understanding what I'm saying because I'm speaking the acrolect on the creole continuum. The mesolect now is somewhere in between, you see me? So I would interject terms from creole into my regular speech, you see me? So you see me means you understand in creole. So for example, mesolect would be, for example, something in the mesolect would be like, what's up Stevie G, you good? That's like mesolect. Now the basilect is much closer to the African origins of patois. So the basilect was something like this. Much closer to the African language. And most people don't understand what I say because I'm more African than English. You didn't understand that, didn't you? Because it's much closer to the African side. Anything else?
Yeah, so what about patois?
Patois, well, Patois, if you want a history, so various Africans came to Jamaica. They were forcibly brought during the slave trade, and the majority of slaves brought here were from the Ashanti tribe in Ghana. You might see in the historical record Comaniti, same thing. When they were brought here, many of them didn't speak English and they had to interact with other Africans and other tribes. So what arose from that is a pidgin, and as a linguist you should know what a pidgin is. And then the next generation of slaves that were born in Jamaica would have spoken this pidgin as their first language, and thus Jamaican Creole and Jamaican Patois was born. And Patois has long been seen as the language of the lower classes. Even me growing up, my parents would tell me, "Stop chat so bad," which they would ironically say in Patois, telling me not to speak Patois. So, as a result, I grew up learning standard English mostly. With time, living in Jamaica, you inevitably learn Patois. So, Patois has a lot of stigma, not so much anymore because there's a movement to actually legitimize it and make it one of the official languages in Jamaica. But yeah, it really is a beautiful language. I haven't quite found a language with the same level of expression and just diverseness as Patois. And words just keep changing and words just show up and all of those things. So I think it's really cool.
Well, I'd also like to ask you about your opinions or views on Jamaican heritage.
Jamaican heritage? Well, we have a rich heritage, but it's just that many people don't know how to appreciate it. So, for example, like we're in a place called Hibbert House right now. Hibbert House was built by a man named Thomas Hibbert. He was a slave trader, but it's a big, beautiful house built in 1755. After Hibbert's death, it served at the Jamaican Parliament until 1960. And I mean, that's something significant. This was where the ministers planned their independence from Great Britain. What else do we have? We have the Maroons who fought against slavery. We have castles in Jamaica. We even have Spanish frescoes because the Spanish were the first to come here. So I think we have a lot of things. We just need to capitalize on it.
So Nate, yeah, I've seen you around here at the Jamaican National Trust, Heritage Trust. So, what do you do on an average day here?
I do well. I'm a research intern, so I look through historical documents and read books, and I write recommendations on what should be declared as national monuments and what shouldn't.
So, what kind of recommendations have you been doing recently?
Well, I've been working on recommendations for the declaration of the Kingston Workers' Monument, that's downtown. It's in commemoration of the 1938 labor struggle. that really propelled the independence movement. I've been writing recommendation to the Central Police Station. It was once, it has a long history. It was once a Catholic church, site of a schism. It was where one of our national heroes, Alexander Bustamante, and his friend William Grant were arrested for championing independence. And I have some other sites to declare. I have 116 sites to declare, so I'm busy.
So, where do you go to eat around here?
Eat? Well, you
Yeah.
can go to Miss Every Shop
Yeah?
down there. See, that's the patois I don't know. So you have Miss Every Shop. It's just around the corner. I don't really eat fast food, but I eat like a fish sandwich from BK, Burger King. Yeah, I'm kind of follow a very semi-vegetarian diet, so I bring food out at times.
So, what made you want to be an intern here at the Trust?
Well, I got the opportunity first and foremost. I mean, one of my teachers recommended me. I got a chance to work here. Second of all, I'm graduating and it's in my field, history. I'm a history and archaeology major. And I said, why not work in something in my field?
So, would you say that you have a passion for archaeology?
I do. I really do. I love archaeology. I love history. I love anthropology. I like anything to do with people, I guess.
I would also like to ask you about the James Lee collection at UE.
Okay, so James Lee, he was an archaeologist. He was a geologist. But he was an archaeology enthusiast, so what he'd go to do was find the surface finds of Arawak artifacts and then place them in a collection. It wasn't really systematic or anything like that, but it was like one of the first comprehensive ones, so that's worth note.
I thought that it was remarkable to note that James Lee was doing mining work, doing explosives, mining bauxite, because in the room, the box is still there that says it formerly had explosives in it, and now it's holding artifacts. And
yeah, that's a little poetic.
I suppose, as Miss Atkinson said yesterday, archaeology is interdisciplinary.
Oh, it absolutely is. It's geology, it's science, it's anthropology, it's history, it's everything really.
Well, Nate, is there anything else that you'd like to add to the people out there?
Rastafari.
All right, Nate, thank you very much.
No problems.